If you missed out on Tesla in the early days, then you'll want to watch this video, because today I'm going to be talking about the Tesla of the baby formula industry. See, just like Tesla disrupted the auto industry with their electric vehicles, this company is doing the same with their products in the $80 billion baby formula industry, an industry that hasn't had significant improvement in years. Hey, my name is Andrew Clarke, and I am the CEO and founder of Expanding Wallet. The goal with Expanding Wallet is to financially empower you with skills for creating generational wealth. I've been investing for over 10 years, and I have investments in real estate, stocks, and even some private equity investments. In this video, I'm going to explain why I believe this publicly traded company has massive growth potential. And then I'll explain my biggest concerns for the company right now, and also what I'd like to see them do in the near future. The company that we're going to talk about today is Else Nutrition, ticker symbol BABYF. Currently, Else Nutrition's stock price is at $1.33, which is very close to their 52-week low of $1.2850. So Else Nutrition is the world's first globally patented plant-based dairy and soy-free baby formula alternative to cow milk. It's made from 3 plants: almond, buckwheat, and tapioca. Okay, and so this makes this product 100% organic, vegan, and also natural and gluten-free. And also, obviously, it's IP. It has IP protection, which is very important. So, where's the big opportunity here? So here's why this is important. This is the value in Else Nutrition, is that 50% of infants have food allergies which are associated to cow's milk. And then of those, half of those children are also allergic to soy milk. And those are the 2 dominant players in the market right now for infant nutrition. Now, think about this. What has been happening with adults? Many adults have been switching to more vegan-based diets, right? And that's given rise to companies like Beyond Meat, Impossible Burger. And so not only do you have the value proposition for the babies who are allergic, you also have parents, this is the trend that's happening, you have parents who are switching to vegan diets. So there may also be a case where you can make that parents who are on vegan diets may also want to give their babies this vegan-based infant formula. So in the comments, I'm curious, let me know, do you think that they might also want to give their babies this vegan diet as well, or maybe not? Let's dive deeper into the company itself now. So let's take a look at some of the company's sales and growth. So the company actually started selling their product last year in 2020 of August. And the one I want to point out here real quickly to you is that they were selling on Amazon in September of 2020. And they've done phenomenal on Amazon. I don't know if you can see that right there, but it says bestseller on Amazon.com, infant and toddler formula new releases. And so that's massive. They really took off there, and you'll understand why once I get to some of their marketing strategies that they've been using. Is that Else Nutrition has been crushing it on Amazon. So let's just take a look here. So their repurchase rate on Amazon has been phenomenal. And I say phenomenal because they've had a 62% repurchase rate on Amazon. And if you compare that to their category in the baby infant formula category, they are really outpacing everyone because the average is 40 to 45%, and these guys are doing almost 20% higher. And then the cool thing too is if you look at that, 16% of the purchasers have basically bought the product at least 10 times or more. And they also have a subscription platform as well, so that's been growing very fast. So those are just some of the numbers as far as their growth rate, which again, phenomenal growth rate on Amazon. And then the other thing I like to look at is, what are people saying? What are the reviews, right? Obviously they must be good if people keep reordering. So let's take a quick look at that. I actually went through and I looked at the reviews. Obviously you can see there's 866 reviews, and they have about 4.5 stars. The issues that I found were due to one, which was mixing. It takes a decent amount of work to mix it, so it's not just something that you can I guess something that you can just throw in and mix with a spoon. It sounded like a lot of people were saying they use blenders. So one of the concerns was just, can you make it easier to blend? I don't think it's too big of a deal if you have to put it in a blender. Obviously, it would be more efficient if you didn't have to, but not a big deal in my opinion. And then the next issue was that, or the next biggest complaint was that the kids just didn't like the flavors. And so they wanted more flavors. And Else actually has come out with more flavors, but I think it's a little too early for the reviews. And then the next thing I want to highlight is one other place that they're selling, which is massive for them. And the other place that they're selling is Walmart online. Now, they just recently started selling it online with Walmart. So this is super recent. That's why you only see 2 reviews on there. But I think this is amazing for them, because this could be a gateway to not only a bigger outlet, this is a huge gateway for them, because if they do well on Walmart's online platform, then more than likely they'll probably end up inside of Walmart. In addition to Walmart, they also have a launch into Kroger as well. Let's take a look a little further into the future at their roadmap. They do actually intend to also sell to adults, which is massive. Now think about this. If you trust a product to give it to your kids, what happens when they come out with a product for adults? And this is why I think they have a huge market potential, not just for infants, but also for adults. So this is just looking again at some of their future outlook for products, and specifically I think it's going to be big for adults that have special dietary needs. Special dietary needs, and the Else sensitive, I think, is going to be a huge game changer for them as well. Before I tell you about Else's CEO and phenomenal marketing strategy, make sure that you hit the subscribe button so that you don't miss any financially empowering information from Expanding Wallet. The CEO of Else Nutrition is Hamutal Yatsik, and Hamutal was actually named #1 CEO in WorldBiz magazine. Now that's a big deal, because there are over 40,000 nominees from around the world, and just to even be in the top 100 globally is a big thing. But she is #1 for innovative CEOs. Hamutal is the former head of infant nutrition at Abbott Labs in Israel. So she has a lot of experience in this infant nutrition space. And I've watched some interviews with her. She is extremely sharp, and she understands that a business needs to have a strong foundation to grow from. They also have a very good executive team that also has a stellar background, as well as an impressive advisory board. So now let's look at how Else Nutrition does their marketing. One of the ways that they market, their main way, was through using social media influencers and also social media ads. And so with social media influencers, many of them are in related fields. So it could be parents talking about things that they buy for their kids, or sharing recipes for their kids. And so these social media influencers, they already have an audience that likes and trusts them. And so by them recommending Else, that's an easy win for Else many times. So the other thing is that, and I think this is huge, is through Else's own social media pages. On their Instagram page, I scrolled through some of it, and they share some testimonials here and there. And then they also have recipes, which I thought were cool. So this is actually a video that you can watch, a little reel, that shows how to make these Else brownies. And then I saw some with smoothies. So really cool stuff, I would say, and that, gets people to comment, gets attention, builds more brand awareness. And then you've got their Facebook page, where they've got over 10,000 followers. And what I like about a company having social media pages like this is that are very active, is that it allows for community to happen, where you can bring together potential customers with raving fans, and they can communicate. And also, obviously, the company can talk with potential customers as well. This last marketing initiative is actually pretty new, so this is really at the early stages, but they created a website that is targeting healthcare professionals. And so there are over 80,000 pediatricians and healthcare providers in the U.S. And so this is a great strategy because they're going to use the doctors as advocates for their product. And so just imagine a parent going to the doctor and the doctor recommending Else Nutrition as baby formula for the kids. So this is huge. This is massive. If they pull this off and get a decent amount of doctors behind their product, again, this could really launch them to the next level. So I think it's a phenomenal marketing plan that they have and strategy, and I have heard that they are planning also on doing TV advertisement as well. But I think these three strategies alone are phenomenal. Now we're going to hop over and we're going to look at the total addressable market versus their market cap. And as you can see, and I had mentioned that it's an $80 billion market for cow milk infant formula. If you look at their market caps, which is right now at 138 million, 138.5 and some change. If you look at that and we were to go back to their potential addressable market and you do the math of, let's say you get 2%, if Else were to get 2% market penetration, that would work out to $1.6 billion. And so if you were to do the math on what their current market cap is, you'd see that that's actually, over a 10x return. So we're talking over 1,000% return on investment. So, they might be a few years out from that, but I definitely believe this company with the product that they have and the reviews we've seen, as well as their leadership, phenomenal leadership, I do believe that that's very possible for them to achieve. Before I share my main concern with the company, I'd like to know in the comments if you like what I'm sharing about Else and you want me to make more videos like this and breaking down companies. What are my major concerns for the company? Well, I really have one major concern for the company, and that's related to the supply chain issues that we're seeing globally. Hamital Yatsik, the CEO of Else Nutrition, has also talked about this months ago on lives as well. So they're very aware of it. And, they've raised capital by diluting shares, which, as an investor, it's not usually something that we like to see, but I think it's a smart move to build up capital because a lot of times growth companies, capital sometimes can be an issue for them. And so to build that up and have a cash reserve is a smart move. And if they can control as much of that supply chain as possible, that would be great. I believe that with good CEOs and good management that, they will be able to weather this supply shortage storm that we're in. What would I like to see from the company? Well, first, I'd like to see the company get into Walmart stores, physical stores. And I do believe that, over time, if it goes well online on Walmart like it did on Amazon, then they will have a good chance of getting in those stores. Then the second thing I'd like to see from them is I'd like to see them uplisted to a major exchange like the NASDAQ. This would give them more exposure to investors, especially retail investors. And then third, I'd like to see that adult product line launch. I do believe that the parents gaining trust in the product through their kids will definitely gravitate towards their product if they have some for adults, or at least try them. And if you haven't seen my 3 components of an amazing company video, then I'll put that link in the description below, because in that video I break down exactly what Steve Jobs did when he returned to Apple to incorporate what I call the 3 components of an amazing company into Apple. And obviously Apple is an amazing company now. And so once you watch that video, you will understand exactly some of the things I use to identify amazing companies like Else Nutrition. And as always, remember to learn all that you can, believe in yourself, and take actions that allow you to grow.